Buenos dias, campeones. Hi, and welcome to your next lesson in phonics review with Mr. B. Today, we're going to practice writing 4 different words. I've got my little Dudley Duck here to help me. Remind us of our lines. We have the sky line, the plane line, the grass line, and the worm line. So the first word we're going to practice writing today is the word man. Just like when we say our letters and their sounds, M, man, M. So we listen to the first sound in the word. It's an M sound. What letter makes the M sound? M. Yes, M is a plain line letter. It starts at the plain line. We go down to the grass line, trace back up to the plain line, make a hump down to the grass line. We trace back up to the plain line and make a hump down to the grass line. What is the second sound we hear in man? It's an like apple. Apple, Yeah. So we're going to draw our A. A is a plain line round letter. It starts on the plain line, goes back on the plain line, and then down to the grass line and up to the plain line, and we trace back down to the grass line. M, A, M, A, N. N is our next letter, and that is the letter N. The letter N is a plain line letter. It starts on the plain line, goes down to the grass line, traces back up to the plain line, and makes a hump. Man, okay? Now the next word we're going to write, it looks a lot like man, except it is the word mad. I get so mad if there isn't enough pizza to eat. So mad, mad. Listen to that first sound. That's an M once again, just like in this word. And M is a plain line letter. We start on the plain line, go down to the grass line, trace back up to the plain line and make a hump, trace back up to the plain line and make another hump. And that's the letter M. Apple, Okay, so we know A is going to be our next one. We knew how to draw an A. A is on the plain line. It starts on the plain line. We go back on the plain line, down to the grass line, and go back up to the plain line. Trace back down to the grass line. That's our A. Mad. What letter makes the sound D? Yes, D as in D, dog, D. All right, D is a plain line round letter. It starts on the plain line, just like a C. We go back and down around to the grass line, and then way back up to the sky line, and then we trace back down to the grass line. And that is the word mad. Man, mad. Okay? All right, the next 2 words we're going to write are very similar, but a little bit different. And our first word we're going to write is mug. Like a mug you might drink coffee out of. Mug. What's the first sound? It's an M, just like in those 2 words. So we're going to start at the plain line. It's a plain line letter. We go down to the grass line, trace back up to the plain line, make a hump to the grass line, trace back up to the plain line, make a hump to the grass line. Now the next letter we're going to write is What makes U, up, Yes, U. U is a plain line letter. It starts on the plain line. We go down to the grass line and curve up to the plain line and trace back down to the grass line. G. What letter makes the sound G? G, game, G. Yes, it's the letter G. G is a plain line round letter. It starts on the plain line, just like a C. We trace back on the plain line, down and around, all the way back up to the plain line. And then we trace back down to the worm line and make a curve. Mug. The next word we're going to do sounds very much like it, but this one is mud, not mug. So, mud. The first sound is an M. It's a plain line letter. We start on the plain line, go down to the grass line, trace back up to the plain line and make a hump. Trace back up to the plain line and make a hump. And that's our M. We know from this word, the is a U. U is a plain line letter. It starts on the plain line, goes down to the grass line and back up to the plain line, and then trace back down to the grass line. D. What is our final sound? D. D, dog, D. D is a plain line round letter. It starts on the plain line, much like the C. We go back, down, and around to the grass line and all the way back up to the sky line and trace back down to the grass line, okay? Mud, mug. All right, champions, keep up the great work. You're doing super fantastic. Keep practicing those letters, and we'll see you soon.